Hey, Mom. Hope you've been doing well lately. I wanted to talk to you about Christmas this year. We decided that we'll come after all, so all three of us are planning to stay with you guys. Things might get a little hectic, but we're really looking forward to seeing you guys.
I see. And how long will you be staying?
Right now, the plan is just for 2 nights. We'll get there Christmas Eve and leave the next morning.
All right. Well, I shouldn't need to tell you this, but having that many guests in the house will mean a lot of work for me. I expect you to pull your own weight, so be prepared for that.
I was always intending to help out.
There will be cooking, cleaning, decorating, setting out the presents. Oh, my goodness, I'm going to have so much to do. So I hope you aren't planning on relaxing, because as long as I'm working, you're going to be right there beside me.
Okay, I understand, Mom. By the way, I've been meaning to ask you. We sent you a little present for your birthday. Did it arrive yet?
Yes, it came in the mail.
What? Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. You never mentioned anything about it, so I was getting a little concerned that it got lost in the mail or something.
Did you expect me to go out of my way to send you a message over something like that? Oh, please.
And one more thing. My daughter drew you a picture, too. Did you see it?
You mean that piece of scrap paper? I ripped that filthy thing to shreds and threw it in the trash where it belongs.
You threw it away? But Mom, she worked really, really hard on that picture for you. She was really excited to hear what you thought of it. Did you really throw it away?
Isn't that what I just said? I mean, really, that was supposed to be a picture of me? It didn't look a thing like me. It looked like some drunkard spilled paint all over the paper and spread it around with his face.
Ma, couldn't you consider her feelings just a little bit? She drew that for you. She wanted to make her grandma happy on her birthday.
Why would I be happy to receive a piece of garbage in the mail?
Really, Mom? Garbage?
I feel so sorry for the poor tree that met its end just to be made into the paper that horrific picture was painted on. Next time you think to send me some stupid sentimental trash like that, send me more presents instead. You have no common sense at all.
Mom, I am begging you. Can't you please just try and be kinder to her? Can't you just have a normal relationship?
Excuse me?
It's killing me to see the way you treat her, and I'm sure she feels just as bad. She's been looking forward to seeing you. I don't want to go all the way over there just for you to be cold to her.
And why should I be anything but cold to her? I was very clear about my expectations for you, and yet you failed me miserably. Maybe if you had given birth to a boy like I told you, I would feel differently.
Oh, for Pete's sake, are you still mad at me for having a daughter instead of a son?
Of course I am. What good is a daughter-in-law who gives me a granddaughter when I asked for a grandson? And to think I have to host such a useless daughter-in-law and the granddaughter I never wanted in my house during Christmas.
Mom, I promise you I will work my tail off while we're staying with you guys. I will do everything that you ask me to do. I will do all of the work for you if you want. I don't care if you never accept me as your daughter-in-law, so please keep on treating me however you want. But please, please, won't you accept your granddaughter?
The only thing that you can possibly do that will ever get me to accept you or that girl is to give me a grandson. That's the bare minimum I expect from you. And if you can't even do the bare minimum required of you, just what good are you anyway?
Hey there, Mom. We just got to your house.
I see. The door is open. You can let yourselves in.
Are you home right now?
No, I went over to a friend's house. They have a lovely vegetable garden, and they're sharing some of the produce with me. I'll come back after having a cup of tea.
Oh, okay. Then I guess we'll just let ourselves in, like you said.
I won't be home for a while, so make sure to get dinner ready for all of us. Once you're done with that, clean the toilets and bathtubs in the main bathroom and the guest bathroom.
Is it all right if I use whatever's in the fridge for dinner?
Absolutely not. That's all for the big family dinner tomorrow. Don't you dare touch any of it. There will be a lot of relatives and neighbors coming tomorrow, so I stocked up early to ensure I'd have enough to feed everyone.
Dinner? Oh, okay. Then what should I do about dinner?
I shouldn't have to tell you that, you useless girl. Go to the store and buy everything you need yourself.
Right. Is there anything you'd like me to fix for you tonight?
It's a bit chilly outside. I think I'm in the mood for something that will warm me up after the cold walk home.
how about I make up a quick batch of some chicken soup?
Chicken soup? Oh, what a terribly dull choice. Is that all you can make?
Would you rather I fix something else?
No, you can stick with the chicken soup. If I asked you to make anything more complicated, you'd probably end up burning the house down.
Yeah, I'll bet you're right.
And when you're done shopping, cooking, and cleaning for tonight, work on getting tomorrow's dinner ready to cook. Then you can go into the basement storage room and wrap all the presents I've prepared. You know where the wrapping paper is, right?
Yeah, I remember from when I helped do it last year.
Good. After you've finished wrapping the presents, I want you to go and spread salt out on the sidewalk and driveway. We're supposed to get a nasty blizzard rolling in tonight. I don't want anyone coming tomorrow to slip and fall. You're going to have my entire house spick and span by tomorrow morning. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
You said you were going to work, and I am going to hold you to that promise. Make sure to do it all right. I better not have to fix any of your mistakes.
I'll be careful.
And don't think just because you cleaned the house for me that I suddenly accept you as my daughter. Just like giving me a grandson, this is the bare minimum I expect from you. I did the same thing for my mother-in-law when I married my husband, too.
I know, you've told me about that before. Oh, and one more thing, where should I put all of our luggage?
You can't put my son's things in the guest bedroom. Take a clean set of sheets out of the closet and make the bed for me while you're in there.
The guest room? But that room only has a single bed. It won't be big enough for all three of us.
I know.
Then how are we all going to fit in that room? And where are we supposed to...
You're not. You and the girl won't be staying in that room.
Supposed to stay?
The shed in the backyard. I put an old blanket and pillow in there for you, so that's where you'll be sleeping the next 2 nights.
Hey? The shed?
That's what I said.
Shed? You want us to sleep in the shed overnight when there's a blizzard coming?
The shed has a roof and doors that will keep out the wind and snow. It might be a little bit dirty in there, so you'll have to change into clean clothes before you come into the house in the morning.
Okay, Mom, that is not happening. You can't expect us to sleep in the shed. Just having a roof and a door isn't going to be enough to shelter us from the bitter cold.
That's why I gave you a blanket. Be glad I gave you that much. If you'd prefer, you could always sleep outside. Take your pick, the shed or out.
Why are you making only me and our daughter sleep outside? You know she's only 4 years old, right? I can't let her sleep overnight in that shed.
You'll take what you're given. You and that girl have no right to sleep safely and comfortably in my house. Not until you give me a male heir, anyway.
Why do you hate us so much? My daughter doesn't deserve this treatment from you. I'm the one you hate, right? Make me sleep out in the shed, but let my daughter inside.
You were wrong to give birth to a girl, and that girl was wrong to not be born a boy.
I can't believe this. She's your granddaughter.
I have no need for a granddaughter. I told you I wanted a grandson. And I am sick and tired of having to explain this all to you. Now go make yourself useful for a change and do all the work I instructed you to do. Once you're done, take that girl and lock yourselves in the shed. Don't you dare come out until morning. I'm on my way home now. Did you finish getting dinner ready? Oh, as well as the cleaning?
I see you're finally coming back. Yeah, Mom, I finished everything I needed to. And now we are having some much-needed rest. Don't worry, we're not in the house.
You had better be in the shed like I ordered you. So tell me, are the two of you nice and comfortable in there? It's the perfect place for a couple of useless females like you and that girl. Oh, and do watch out for mice. It seems they've built a nest for themselves in there to get through the winter.
Oh, yeah, Mom, it's incredibly comfy here. The room is beautiful, the scenery is terrific, and the open-air spa area is unbelievable.
What? Where are you? An open-air spa? We don't have one of those at our house.
I told you we weren't at the house, didn't I? We decided to stay the night at a spa resort instead.
A spa resort? Where?
The one outside of town. It's about a 30-minute drive from your house to here.
What on earth do you think you're doing, spending the night over there? What has gotten into that ridiculous head of yours? Get back to our house right this instant.
Why would I do that when you won't even let us sleep in a proper room? We figured that if you're only going to give us the choices of sleeping in the shed or outside, we should go and find our own accommodations elsewhere. And wow, am I glad we picked this place!
You useless, good-for-nothing woman! How dare the two of you black sheeps hog all that comfort and luxury for yourselves? Get back to the house and go sleep in the shed!
It's not just my daughter and I at the hotel, Mom. All three of us are here. Me, my husband, and our daughter.
He's there with you?
Indeed he is, Mom. As a matter of fact, your son was the one who suggested we leave your house and stay here. He said that he would never let his wife and daughter stay in the same house as someone who treats us like you did.
You! This was all your plan from the very beginning, wasn't it? There's no way you could have gotten a room there on a moment's notice like this. It's Christmas Eve. All the resorts in the area are either closed or have been fully booked for months.
Actually, the one we're at just so happens to be run by the parents of one of my husband's college classmates. I wasn't hopeful at first, but we called and asked them if there were any rooms available, and what do you know? It turns out they had just received a cancellation earlier in the day, and we were welcome to use the room if we like. What a fortunate coincidence!
That's no coincidence. It is way too good to be true.
To be quite honest, I think you might be right. Seriously? Getting a room at a nice spa resort hotel late at night on Christmas Eve? I'm pretty sure my husband's friend had to pull a few strings to get this room for us. I sure picked a great man to marry, huh? He has connections in all sorts of places around here.
Why did you drag my son along with you? He could have stayed at the house. He was supposed to stay in the guest room.
You really don't get it, Mom? He's finally had enough of you. You were trying to force his wife and daughter to sleep in the filthy, rat-infested shed on a night when a major blizzard was expected. Temperatures are supposed to drop below 0. Once he heard about everything, he got angrier than I have ever seen him get before. He told me, pack our things back into the car and we're leaving. And we did.
Why would he get that angry at me? He's my son. Surely he understands. He must feel even stronger than I do. You failed to give him a son. I'll bet he regrets marrying a useless woman like yourself.
Good. You apparently don't know your son as well as you think you do. He doesn't think like you at all. He loves me and our daughter. He would never, ever abandon us in the cold like that.
Such foolishness. I am positive my son wanted a son of his own. That poor boy. I can't even imagine how disappointed he must have felt when that girl came out of you.
Like that. The only person in this entire family who feels that way is you, Mom.
Don't be ridiculous. I am the matriarch of the family, and I know that everyone's primary concern is the continuation of our family line.
My husband has a message for you about that, actually. He says, "This isn't the freaking Middle Ages, Mom."
Fine. Sleep wherever you want. I don't care. However, you will be back at my house first thing tomorrow morning, bright and early. You have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, about that. We've also decided that we won't be attending the family Christmas dinner tomorrow after all.
What? What are you talking about?
I hope you understand, Mom. The thing is, we just really don't want to have to see your face right now. We won't be participating in any events held at your house for the foreseeable future.
Knock off that senseless, selfish talk this instant. I will not allow you to skip out on the work that you agreed to do.
I'm sorry, Mom, but you are absolutely in no position to stop us from doing anything. Oh, and by the way, seeing as we're not going to attend tomorrow's Christmas party, I also decided that I wasn't going to do any of the preparation for it. You'll have to take care of everything yourself. You'd better get started if you're going to finish in time.
You haven't done any of the preparations? What in the world have you been doing for the last 2 hours?
Looking for a place to stay.
Useless. You are utterly useless, just like I was saying all along. And what about my dinner?
I was too busy looking for a hotel to go shopping for dinner supplies, so I couldn't make anything.
I am incredibly disappointed, both in your reprehensible behavior and in my son for marrying a vile, wicked, lazy woman like yourself. I can't finish all the preparations for the Christmas party by myself. There's far too much work to be done.
I don't know what you mean. I've never had any problems getting everything ready by myself. Then again, ever since we got married, you've been forcing me to do it all alone, so maybe I'm just used to it by now. In any case, you always used to do everything by yourself, right? I'm sure a person as experienced as yourself will manage somehow.
My knees and back aren't what they used to be. I'm not as young as I once was. I can't do it all alone, not anymore.
I know. You were planning to just sit back and relax while I do all of your work for you, just like every year. But I'm not doing it anymore.
What do I have to say to you to make you understand? It's my turn to pass the torch. I've fulfilled my duties as matriarch for the family for decades, and now that you've married into our family, it's your turn to take on all this work. That's been the way my family has done things for generations.
And those old customs will now come to an abrupt end. When I married your son, I swore a vow to devote myself to him for the rest of my life. Doing your chores for you wasn't part of that bargain. So, if you want to keep up your old customs, you go right ahead and do it. As for us, we're going to start some brand new customs of our own.
Please, you've got to come back here. My house has become a total disaster area. I can't do this all by myself. I need your help.
Sorry, Mom, but you're too late. We're getting ready to leave the hotel, and when we do, we're driving straight home.
But it's Christmas Day. If you leave now before even opening the presents, what even was the purpose of coming all this way?
I don't know, having a nice stay in a spa resort hotel. Honestly, the open-air spa they have here alone would have been worth the trip.
You aren't going to celebrate Christmas with us? But we always have a family dinner on Christmas in my family. We've done it this way for generations.
And I'm sure they had a wonderful time doing it that way. But I'm more concerned about my family right now than your family over the last 100 years or so. I don't want to spend such an important day with a person who treated me and my daughter so poorly.
What do you want from me? Tell me. What do I have to do for you?
Honestly, at this point there isn't a single thing you could do to redeem yourself in my eyes. We're never going to come to any Christmas dinners at your house ever again. We've decided to spend Christmas with my parents from now on.
Then when will you be coming back to visit? Easter?
Not Easter, not July 4th, not even for birthdays. We're never going to see you again.
You can't turn your backs on me like this.
We are never going to call or write to you, and we won't be sending you any birthday or Christmas presents. And anything you try to send to us will be sent back. We don't want anything from you, not even your money.
But I need you. I told you, didn't I? My knees and back are growing worse and worse by the day. I might be able to get around on my own just fine for the present, but eventually I'm going to need someone else around to take care of me.
Spit it out, Mom. What are you trying to say?
I can be the bigger person here and apologize for any of my past actions you saw as objectionable. Not that I'm admitting guilt. On the contrary, I still maintain my innocence. However, if it's what's necessary to move forward, I will apologize.
That's not how apologizing works. Did someone put you up to this? Did one of your relatives tell you to apologize to me and get me to come back?
It's not one of them, it's all of them. I can't understand it at all, but everyone is taking your side.
I can explain that. My husband sent out a late-night mass email to the family explaining what you had done to me and why we were leaving. Everyone knows that we're not coming to the Christmas party because of how you treated me and our daughter. He wasn't going to wait and let you give your version of the story, which would in no doubt bend the truth to make yourself look more favorable.
They're all treating me like I'm the bad guy when I'm not. I need you to come back here so I can clear everything up to them.
They're treating you that way for a reason, Mom. You are the bad guy. You tried to make your 4-year-old granddaughter sleep in a rat-infested shed during a blizzard.
What's so bad about rats? When I was a girl, I'd see rats running around the house all the time. It never bothered me. And the cold? All we had in our house was a single wood-burning stove to keep us warm. You're just being dramatic.
Well, it is very clear to me that this conversation is pointless. I'm done. You don't need to say any more.
So are you coming back?
I thought that would have been clear by now, but since you apparently haven't gotten the point yet, no. You can't even bring yourself to apologize to me. All you've done is make excuses and rationalize your behavior by invoking your family's tradition.
You've got to understand things from my point of view. I have a big responsibility as the family matriarch. Perhaps I was a bit overzealous, but you can overlook that, can't you?
I've overlooked far too much from you already. I was trying to be more accepting of your old-fashioned ways, but now I realize the truth.
What truth?
That you are really not concerned about your family traditions at all. All you want to do is abuse your power as a family matriarch. I talked to your husband and his siblings before he died. They told me that their mother was perfectly kind and respectful to you.
That's ridiculous. She was just the same to me as I'm being to you.
She taught you to cook, to clean, to plan family events, everything. She took you under her wing as if you were her own. And as far as prioritizing having male descendants, your husband's older brother had a girl for the family's first grandchild. And your mother-in-law was absolutely crazy about her. So we're done dealing with whatever psycho power trip you've been on since taking over the role of matriarch. We don't have to put up with you, and we won't. My parents have been inviting us for Christmas dinners at their house for years now, and we're finally going to take them up on their offer. Goodbye, Mom.
Wait! Okay, I see where you're coming from, but let's take a moment and calm down before making any hasty decisions, okay? I know that if you cut me off like this and something happens to me, you're going to regret it forever.
The only person around here with anything to regret is you. You called me a useless daughter-in-law because I didn't give you a grandson for our first child. Well, I say you're a useless mother-in-law for treating your own granddaughter so cruelly. Now I suggest you go make yourself useful and get to work. If you don't serve your guests dinner soon, they'll probably start leaving. We stopped by a few friends in town to give them Christmas greetings and drove straight back home. The whole time, my mother-in-law was blowing up my phone with texts, but I ignored every single one. We kept our promise to never go near her house for any more family get-togethers. From what our other relatives say, that's kind of taken the wind out of her sails. I guess she really was concerned about how quickly she was showing signs of aging and thought she could depend on our family to support her. It must have been a huge shock to see her only lifeline turn their backs and walk away. But my husband is insistent that we not change our minds about cutting her out of our lives. His words were, "She brought all of this on herself. She doesn't deserve our pity." As for my daughter, she's loving the time we're spending with my parents, and my parents feel the same way about her. I do feel bad for my mother-in-law, but my husband is exactly right. After what she did to my daughter and me, she doesn't deserve a single ounce of pity from me.
Hey, Grandma. Are you doing anything today? Is it okay if I come over to your house to see you? Right now?
Right now? Oh, heavens to Betsy, sweetheart, don't be ridiculous. You can't come over now.
But why? Are you busy or something?
No, Judy, look outside. It's raining.
Well, yeah, but so what? I could just use an umbrella or something.
Maybe if it were just a light shower, that might be all right. But it's a torrential downpour. Even with an umbrella, you'll get soaked. And it's also unsafe to cross the street in these conditions. Visibility is so poor that cars will never be able to see you in time to stop. I'm sorry, Judy, but you can't come over today.
I'll be really careful, I promise. So please, can I please come over and see you?
I would love nothing more than to see you, but why are you so desperate to come over today? The forecast shows the rain will stop later on tonight. You can come by and see me tomorrow.
But Grandma, I hate it here. I hate my mom. I want to get out of this stupid house. Can I please come and live with you instead?
Judy, that's no way to talk about your mother.
But she's the worst mom in the world. She's being super mean to me. She makes me stay in my room all day. She won't even let me come out to go to the bathroom. I have to hold it in for hours.
What? Is this some sort of punishment for something you did? Doesn't seem like she'd be that strict on you unless it was something incredibly serious.
It wasn't serious. I didn't even do anything wrong. All I did was go and see my friends.
And she grounded you for that? Oh, that seems excessive. Perhaps you went without her permission or against her wishes.
Well, kind of. I mean, okay, so there's this girl at school who I really like hanging out with, but Mom tells me that I'm not allowed to see her. The other day, we walked home together and spent some time talking at the park nearby before going home. Mom found out about that and went completely berserk.
I see. Why doesn't your mother want you to be friends with that girl? Is there a reason?
Mom says it's because she's too poor. She says that I'm not allowed to play with any poor kids because they would be a bad influence on me. But I don't care about that. I just want to be her friend.
So that's the situation.
What do you think, Grandma? Am I wrong or is my mom wrong? Should I stop being her friend because she's poor?
Judy, you haven't done anything wrong at all. You shouldn't base who you spend your time with on how wealthy or poor they are. That's utterly ridiculous. The only thing that matters when making friends is the content of their character, not their looks, not their money, none of that.
I tried to tell Mom that, but she won't listen to me. Whenever I don't do exactly what she tells me to, she goes crazy. She'll start yelling at me, throwing things around the house, and sometimes she hits me.
What? Your mother is hitting you? That is unacceptable.
You see, Grandma, I hate it here. Mom says she's never gonna let me out of my room except to go to school ever again. She's being really scary.
She really never lets you out of your room? Not even to go to the bathroom?
Well, if I want to go to the bathroom, I have to ask her first and wait for her permission. If I go by myself and she catches me, she gets mad at me. So yeah, I have to stay in my room all day, from morning to night, even on the weekends.
All right, I've heard enough. I'm going to talk to your mother for you. You leave it to me, Judy. Angela, do you have a moment? I need to talk with you about something important.
Huh? What do you want, Mom?
I take it you're done with work for the day, yes? I spoke to Judy earlier today. She told me some things that were deeply concerning and, quite frankly, disturbing. You need to stop being so harsh on your daughter, Angela.
What are you talking about? I'm not being harsh to her at all.
Don't play dumb with me.
Ugh. What sort of nonsense has Judy told you this time? I can guarantee you it's all stupid lies.
According to Judy, you're locking her up in her room all day, and you've even been physically violent toward her. Why would you do such awful things? I'll have you know, Judy told me in no uncertain terms that she wants to move out of the house.
Oh my God, I don't believe this. She went and tattled on me to you? What a little brat. I'll have a little talk with her about that later. Anyway, she's just being dramatic and making a big deal of nothing. All I'm doing is teaching her a little discipline.
Discipline? You think this is about discipline? She tells me you force her to stay in her room all day, and you won't even let her out to go to the bathroom. That is going way over the line.
Yeah, well, if she would drop the teenager attitude and do what I tell her to do, I wouldn't have to be so hard on her. In any case, this doesn't concern you, Mom, but out of my family's business.
I am your family, Angela. I am your mother, and I'm Judy's grandmother. Judy was so troubled by the way you've been treating her that she asked me for help. So yes, this most assuredly is my business.
And that's another thing I'm going to have to punish her for. She had no business dragging you into this. For the last time, Mom, stay out of this. I'm parenting her in the way that I see fit.
Tell me, Angela, think back to your childhood. Did I ever hit you? Did I ever lock you in your room from morning till night? Did I ever forbid you from even using the bathroom? Where on earth did you get the idea to do such horrible things?
Judy's not the same kind of kid I was, Mom. You have no idea how impossible she is to deal with. She refuses to listen to a word I say. Obviously, a kid like her needs to be dealt with much more harshly than a good kid like me.
You have got to be kidding me. I'm not so old that I've forgotten what you were like as a child. Judy is far better behaved than you ever were. I have no idea where you get off saying otherwise. So no, there is absolutely no justification for you to be harder on her than I was on you.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. You think Judy is better behaved than I was? You don't know anything about her. I have to live with her.
I remember living with you quite clearly, Angela, and you were nothing but trouble.
Oh, come on. You're so full of it, Mom.
Well then, shall I give you a few examples of the sort of mischief you got up to? When you were in 3rd grade, you punched a girl in your class so hard that you broke her nose. In the 8th grade, you stole a boy's pencil case and returned it with all the pencils broken in half.
They both had that coming for being jerks to me. I didn't do anything wrong.
I wish I could go back in time. I should have made more of an effort to discipline you properly. I suppose this also has much to do with your father spoiling you rotten.
Dad didn't spoil me. He just loved me. You know, like parents are supposed to do. He wasn't always nagging at me like you were.
It was difficult for us to conceive since we started so late in our lives. Your father was so happy when you were born that he simply couldn't bring himself to ever tell you no. And as a result, you turned out exactly like I feared, selfish and vain. I can't throw all of the responsibility on your father, though. I share the blame as well. I'm your mother, after all.
Who do you think you are, anyway? You can't talk to me like that. I'm your daughter.
I'm telling you what you need to hear, precisely because you're my daughter. Consider this my warning to you, Angela. You need to treat Judy better, and you need to start immediately. If you don't, you will regret it. I'll make sure of that.
Are you really gonna sit there and lecture me like I'm still a child, Mom? I'm not a little kid anymore, Mom. I'm not living in your house, and I'm not living under your rules.
Judy is not a possession. She's your daughter. Moreover, she'll be in middle school soon. She's more than old enough to make decisions for herself. You need to back off and allow her room to grow.
She's a child. I can't let her make her own decisions. Are you insane? If I let her make her own decisions, she's going to end up addicted to drugs, pregnant, in jail, or some combination of the three.
You aren't giving Judy anywhere near the credit she deserves. I know that girl is as smart as they come. You can trust her. Unless you let her run her own life to the extent she's capable of, she'll never grow. At the very least, she's more than capable of choosing her own friends.
No. She can't do that. There's nothing, not one thing that Judy can do by herself. She needs me to be there for her, to guide her, to lead her.
Are you really going to keep micromanaging her like this? Won't you let her have any say in where she goes, what she does, who she sees? You seem to have forgotten that your daughter is a human being.
I know exactly what you're doing, Mom. I know exactly what you're doing. You're gonna try and steal Judy away from me.
What are you going on about now? You think I'm going to take her away from you? Why on earth would I do a thing like that?
I always thought it was weird how much Judy liked you. Now I get it. You've been planning this all along. You're luring Judy in with sweet, tender lies, confusing her, making her like you more than me. All you can take her away from me. Well, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Get a hold of yourself. What's going on with you, Angela? You need help, dear. Please, would you come with me to a place where we can talk to someone that can give you the help you need?
I'm not gonna let you gaslight me like this. I'm not crazy, you are. Yeah, that's it. You've gone crazy. You're getting dementia or Alzheimer's or something. Go move into a nursing home or something and stay out of my life.
Angela, I didn't want to have to do this, but you may be leaving me with no choice. Would you like me to talk to your husband about this?
Don't you dare. If you even think about telling my husband about anything, I will never speak to you again. Leave me alone. No, Grandma, it can't be. I can't believe that you're gone. Why? Why did you die and leave me all alone, Grandma?
What? What in the devil are you talking about? I'm still as healthy as a horse. I feel like I've got at least another 30 years in me.
Huh? Grandma! You're alive? Is that really you? Are you really alive?
If I wasn't, how could I be sending you these texts right now? Good grief, as if the last week hasn't been strange enough. Now my own granddaughter thinks I'm a zombie.
But my mom said that you... Wait, what's going on?
That's what I'd like to know myself. Could you please calm down for a moment and explain what happened to you?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll start over. So, I went over to your house this morning. I don't know, I just couldn't help myself. I wanted to get away from my mom no matter what. But when I got there, it was totally empty. You weren't there.
Oh, I see. I was out for the morning. That's why I wasn't home.
And then all of a sudden, I turned around and saw my mom running toward me. And that's when she told me that you were dead. She said you were dead and that I'll never see you again.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable first that your mother told you that, and also unbelievable that you believed it.
But I tried calling your phone and you didn't answer.
Yes, as I told you, I was out of the house and wasn't checking my phone. I had it turned off, actually. I was in the middle of a funeral for an old acquaintance of mine.
Oh, Grandma, I'm so glad you're alive. When I heard that you were gone and I'd never see you again, I didn't know what I was gonna do. All I could do was cry.
Don't worry, Judy. I'm going to live so long you're going to get sick of me before the end.
I'll never get sick of you, Grandma. I love you. I want to be with you forever.
I love you too, sweetheart.
I don't get it. Why would my mom lie to me like that?
I'd imagine it was to try and keep you away from me. Your mother isn't appreciative of how fond you are of me.
I'll never let her keep us apart. I'm gonna get her for this.
No, Judy, you'll do no such thing. You're going to leave your mother to me. I'll deal with her.
Really?
Yes, really. Before I do, though, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. Are you serious about wanting to run away from your mother? You're really all right with never seeing her again?
Yes. I don't need my mom. All I need is you, Grandma.
I hope you're proud of yourself, Angela. You told Judy I had died? You have no idea what kind of pain you caused her.
You found out about that already? That sucks. I would have really appreciated if you could get things moving in that direction, though.
Excuse me? If I'm not mistaken, you just told your own mother that you wished she were dead.
Yeah, and so what if I did? It's your own fault. You shouldn't have tried to come between me and my daughter. You should have just kept your mouth shut, like Dad always did back when he was alive.
Unfortunately, I'm not quite as much of a pacifist as your father was. I'm not afraid of picking a fight with someone who abuses their own children.
Yeah, well, you ought to be. Can't you ever just mind your own business? Seriously, go find a hole and crawl in it.
I warned you, Angela. Change the way you're treating Judy or else. From the way you're talking to me now, it would seem that you've chosen the or else option.
Duh. I don't need to change anything about myself. And I'm not afraid of your stupid threats.
I thought that's what you would say. Well, then I suppose I've made the right decision after all.
Huh? What decision?
One of my neighbors has a son who works in the local government. When I talked to him about you and Judy, he told me that I would be well within my rights to contact Child Protective Services about you.
You wouldn't dare.
I already did, and I already contacted Judy's school as well.
You what?
I knew that nothing I could ever say to you would get you to change your ways, so I decided that my only option was to take Judy away from you by force.
You have no right to do that to me. She's my daughter. I'm her mother. You can't take her away from me.
You may have given birth to her, but the behavior I've seen from you lately shows me that you don't deserve to call yourself her mother. You have hurt Judy both emotionally and physically, and I won't allow it to continue.
I will never let her go. She's mine. I'm gonna sue you for this, and I'm gonna tell my husband about what you're doing. He is not going to be happy.
You're absolutely right about that, Angela. He isn't happy at all. I've already told him about everything.
Oh, you went to the trouble and turned yourself in, huh? That makes my work easier. We're gonna hire the best lawyer in the state and sue the pants off of you. He went to law school. He knows a bunch of lawyers.
You don't understand, Angela. Your husband is very unhappy with you. So much so, in fact, that he's planning to divorce you.
What?
I realized when we spoke last that you weren't solely to blame for what you're doing to Judy. Your husband needs to rein you in. So I called him to give him a piece of my mind. It seems that he was leaving Judy's care solely up to you.
Obviously, yeah. It's my job to take care of her.
Yes, and you are failing miserably at that job. I told him that as Judy's father, he has a sacred responsibility to defend his daughter.
Oh, so he just took everything you said at face value? He trusted you over me? I'm his wife.
He didn't take my word for it. He talked to Judy himself. And when he did, let me tell you, it was quite the shock for him. Perhaps the most shocking thing was that Judy had never talked to him about you before.
Oh, now he wants to play the part of Judy's knight in shining armor. He's never been much of a part of her life before.
Indeed, which is precisely why Judy didn't trust him enough to go to him for help. He called me later on and profusely apologized. He seemed very sincere on the phone. He decided that the only way for him to protect her from you was to divorce you.
This is insane. The two of you are teaming up. You turned my own husband against me.
You did a fine job of that all by yourself. Besides, I didn't tell him to divorce you. It was Judy that convinced him to do that. She really, really wants to get you out of her life, it seems.
All right, let's say for a minute that he actually goes through with it. He divorces me and somehow wins full custody of Judy. What happens then? He's never so much as changed a single diaper for Judy. How is he going to raise her by himself?
He won't have to. I'll be there to support him. I'll be the one who looks after Judy whenever he's busy with work. That was a request of Judy's as well.
And how are you going to handle her? You're old. Not to mention, how's he going to make ends meet without my income? He can't afford the mortgage and his salary alone.
You don't think I was prepared for that? I'll be able to help him out with whatever he needs until he gets everything sorted out for himself.
Are you joking? You're living off Social Security payments. How much money could you possibly give him?
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. I've got plenty of money to throw around.
Wait, you do? You never told me you had any money lying around.
Yes, that was intentional. I inherited a rather large sum of money from my parents. It's more than enough to support Judy until she's able to start living on her own.
You had that much money? Why didn't you ever tell me about that?
Because you have the financial sense of a drunken gambling addict. Don't tell me you forgot about how I paid off the debt you had incurred back before you were married. I was terrified of how much worse you would be if you thought you could rely on my money to finance your lifestyle.
But I still can, right? I'm your heir, aren't I?
I intend to burn through all of my estate before you would be set to inherit anything.
Why? Sounds like you're the greedy one, not me.
I'm not going to use it on myself, silly girl. I'm going to use it on Judy.
Wow, Mom. Rao, you're really gonna screw your own daughter over like this? You're the worst mother ever.
After the way you've treated your own mother, daughter, and husband, I don't think you're in any position to judge me.
Screw you, Mom. I hate you.
There was a time when I would have been saddened to hear you speak to me like that. But not anymore. The time has come for you to take responsibility for the life you've lived, and I'm not bailing you out this time. Angela's husband divorced her a short time later. Thanks to the call I made to Child Protective Services, Angela lost custody of Judy as well. As for Judy, she still comes to visit me quite often, even now that her parents have divorced. Her father works late often, so she stays at my house for the afternoon most days of the week. I must admit it can be quite hectic to have a young girl like her around the house so often, but as her grandmother, it does make me quite happy to be able to watch her as she grows. She really is a darling girl with a bright personality, even after going through so much. Honestly, it's impressive how resilient she's been throughout this whole ordeal. That she even thought to confide in me in the first place is remarkable. Frankly, I don't see why she's so interested in spending all this time with a cynical old woman like myself. I occasionally receive messages from Angela as well. Unsurprisingly, she hasn't learned a single thing even after all this time. She still thinks she's the innocent victim and that it's my fault that she lost her husband and daughter. It gets quite exhausting having to have the same conversation with her over and over again. But I consider it a part of my responsibility as her mother to do everything I can to get her to see the error of her ways. So, burdensome as it may be, I will continue to rebuke her every time she throws some ridiculous accusation my way. If possible, I'd like to see her have a change of heart before I kick the bucket, but I'm not hopeful. I'm so glad that Judy didn't turn out like my fool of a daughter.
Hey Jeff, are you there? Guess what? I have some huge news for you. You know that friend of mine, Sally? Well, she just had her second child. Isn't that exciting? I'm so happy for her.
Oh, wow. Did she really? I think I remember you telling me she was pregnant, but I didn't realize she'd be having it so soon.
I know, right? It really is just so amazing for her. I'm just so happy for her. Do you know that?
I bet. That really is some good news. I suppose we should probably send some kind of gift or card or something?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. After all, that is what we did when she had her first kid, remember? I wonder what we should get her. I guess just as long as it would be something actually useful for a mother of two. That would be the main point we should be thinking about.
Well, we could always get more baby clothes for her or something like that. Or I guess we could always just go the more practical route and get something like a diaper or pacifier or something like that.
out. I'm really not sure about what we should get at all. I guess we should probably try and sit down and talk about this together. Who knows that figuring out a gift for a little baby would ever be so difficult? I don't know. What do you think might be a good gift, Jeff? Would you mind if I just left the whole gift idea to you instead, actually? It would be a huge help for me.
Oh, yeah, sure. That should be just fine. I have a boss with a couple of kids, so maybe I'll just ask her. And maybe she can come up with a good idea for a gift that would be nice and practical for a new mother of two.
Would you really do that for me? Thank you so much, Jeff. That really does mean a lot. I feel like you're just so much better with this stuff than I am.
Well, this isn't the first or even second time I've had to do this within the span of a few months. It seems like everyone is wanting kids these days. Even some of the guys in my office have been out taking their paternity leave since their wives have just had kids. And I know a guy in my office who just had his third kid, if you can believe it.
Oh, wow. Well, reading all of that only makes me want to have kids even faster now. But no matter how much I want a kid, I just can't seem to get pregnant. I wonder if there's something wrong with me.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about what the exact issue could be. But it might be good to see a doctor or something like that.
I guess, but do you have any idea what the cause of all of this could be? I mean, do you have any ideas at all?
Well, if I'm being honest, I haven't really thought about it all that deeply, and I don't really know nearly enough about the body to be able to really answer.
Well, I've heard that sometimes women can't give birth because they're under too much stress. Did you know that? And apparently, worrying about having a kid all the time is one of the ways to stress yourself out into not being able to have a kid.
So you think that you might just need a bit more rest and maybe a more peaceful environment, then? I guess if that's what you think, then it would make why you can't have any kids all my fault. Is that right? After all, I know how busy I've been with work lately, and I know that I haven't been there for you as much as I should have.
Well, you are a television producer, so I suppose you would have a very, very busy life, and you hardly get any vacations either.
So then are you really telling me that you think one of the reasons why you can't have kids is because of me? If that's really how you feel about the matter, then I just want to say that I'm very truly sorry.
There. Oh, what are you talking about? You don't have anything to apologize for at all. I mean, it's your job after all.
I know, but well, I know that you want kids, and if you're telling me that it's partially my fault why you can't, then, well, that just makes me feel bad.
Well, you really don't need to feel bad or anything like that at all. I mean, I really shouldn't hold it against you, so you shouldn't hold it against yourself.
Are you sure about that? I mean, is that how you really feel on the matter?
Of course. So please, I really don't want you to be stressing yourself about this either. I'm not trying to say that anything is your fault at all.
Are you sure? Because that's not really how it was coming off just a while ago.
Of course, I'm not blaming you at all, but I just want you to know that I really do want kids as soon as we possibly can have them. Hey Jeff, I hope that you're having a good work right now. I was just wondering if you had a little bit of time to talk to me really quickly.
Oh, hey Catherine. Thanks for checking in. I hope that you're doing okay too. Yeah, I think I have time for a quick chat right now. Is everything okay? What seems to be on your mind?
Well, I just want to let you know that I just took a test and well, I'm finally pregnant. Isn't that amazing news?
Wow, wait. Are you serious? Are you really pregnant right now?
That's right. I'm 3 months pregnant, apparently. All of our dreams are finally going to come true. This is just so amazing.
Wow. Well, I am just really so happy for you. You've wanted this for so long. And I guess that means that I'm gonna be a dad now. Wow. I don't know what else to say except that I'm happy.
I'm just so overjoyed. I can't believe that this is finally happening after all this time. But anyways, that's why I wanted to ask you, would you mind divorcing me? Well, I want to...
Wait, what? You want to get a divorce? I don't understand. Why in the world would you want to do something like that?
I want to get a divorce so that I can leave you, of course. That's kind of what they're here for. You know, could you stop by the courthouse and get the paperwork on your way home?
But this doesn't make any sense to me at all. Why would you want to do this when you just found out that you were pregnant? I don't get it. I thought this is what you wanted after all this time, right?
Well, now I'm going to have a kid, so that's why I'm leaving you. Do you still really not get that at all?
I don't get it. Why does it have to be that way? Why do you keep saying that?
Well, the truth of the matter is that there's someone else that I like, and so that's why you and I need to get a divorce now.
So then, you don't love me anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's not like I never ever loved you or anything like that. It's just that I loved you up until I met this other person. Get it? And now I feel like I finally found my true love. The one that I knew deep down that I was still out there looking for. But now I finally found that person and I'm just so happy.
I don't even know what to say to any of this right now. You're leaving me for another man.
Well, I love him, Jeff. In fact, that's one more thing I should say. You said that you were going to be a dad, but the truth is that this child inside of me is actually his.
So you mean that you're pregnant and it's not even with my kid? How could you do that to me?
I'm so sorry that I never said anything earlier. I just didn't want you to get upset and hate me before we actually had to really break up. But it's the truth. I just don't love you anymore, and that this man has my heart all to himself. So please, can't we just end this already?
I can't believe that you're just wanting to break up our marriage just like that. Like it's nothing. And just who even is this guy that apparently is going to be the father of your child? Huh?
Oh, come on. You know that I can't tell you anything about him, Jeff. After all, he does have his rights to privacy, you know.
Privacy? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? You really want to talk about privacy after admitting that you just cheated on me?
I don't really get what you mean by that. I mean, would you rather I not tell you at all and just found out when I disappeared? And just why do you want to know about who the guy is anyways? What would you even do with that information? Are you going to go and try to fight him or something? What do you mean?
Of course I'm not going to try and fight that guy or anything. But you know that I can't just leave things like this.
What do you mean? I don't really see how any of this has to do with you in the first place.
How can you say that this has nothing to do with me? Are you being serious right now? I married you. You're my wife. I thought that we were going to spend the rest of our lives together, and yet now you're telling me that you found another man? Let him knock you up? Now you're just going to leave me? Well, I hope that you know that I am well within my rights to sue for this affair that's happening.
You mean that you're going to sue the future father of my children? How could you do that? Honestly, I mean, how could you be so cruel? And here I thought that you were always such a kind and sweet person, and yet now you tell me that you would do something like this.
It isn't about being nice or not nice or anything like that at all, Catherine. The fact of the matter is that you cheated on me. You broke my trust with you. More than that, you ripped it up and stomped on it.
You really just don't know anything at all, do you, Jeff? Honestly, I can't believe that I wanted to have a baby this long and I just couldn't see that you were the real baby this whole time. I don't know what you want to hear right now, Jeff, but the plain truth of the matter is that life is hard and sometimes it throws difficult moments like this at you. But you need to man up and take this as a chance for you to grow into the person you're supposed to be.
I don't care if you want to leave me. It's your life and you can do what you want. Just tell me, who's the person you're leaving me for?
Well, okay. If you're going to be so persistent, I guess that I could try giving you a little hint first. It's actually someone that you know really well.
Wait a second. You mean that you cheated on me with someone that I knew? Are you kidding me?
Well, I'm not going to tell you any more than that, so you just have to figure out the rest of your own. Of course, I'd rather you don't, since you just want to hit him.
I can't believe that you come clean to me about the cheating, but you can't just tell me who it is that you cheated on me with.
Well, I just needed to make it clear to you why exactly I was asking for a divorce in the first place. You know, I mean, would you really rather that I kept lying to you about this? Aren't you glad that you know the truth?
So then, when you said that kid wasn't mine, you were really being serious? I'm not going to be a father after all?
That's right. There's basically zero chances that you are the father of this child. It just can't be possible.
And just what makes you so certain that I couldn't be the child's father?
Well, because I noticed that I wasn't getting pregnant while you and I were together, right? But you know why that is, right? It's because I was taking birth control the secret in this whole time.
So then, it was never that you were worried about not being able to get pregnant. You were just making yourself that way on purpose?
Of course, although the problem with doing that was actually I really couldn't be sure if either of us had any problems having kids, you know?
I don't get what you even mean by that. I mean, you were with me and said that you wanted kids. But now you're telling me that you were on birth control the entire time? Just what is it that you even wanted from me in our relationship in the first place?
I told you that I really did love you, you know, but I just don't love you as much as the man that I'm with now. Don't you get that? But I just want to make sure that you wouldn't get suspicious of me looking around at other men while we were together, so that's why I kept this a secret until now. Well,
I just wish that you would have broken up with me, rather than string me along all this time pretending that I was your true love.
I'm sorry, but I just finally reached a point where I realized that I really couldn't do life with you anymore. Besides, what if you really couldn't have children at all? Then what would we do? Could you imagine if we just stayed married but didn't have any children?
So your solution to that is to get pregnant with some other man's baby while you and I are still married?
Oh, right. Well, if it's actually kind of funny with that, you see. The truth is that this man of mine actually didn't want to get married to me at all. But he told me that he would marry me if I ever happened to get pregnant, and I guess that this guy wants kids as badly as I did.
I know that you wanted kids, and I already apologized if I had any part in making things difficult for you there. But I just wish that you would have talked to me about all this instead of just dropping it all on me at once.
But look, we already went over this. I already told you that it wasn't your fault that we couldn't have any kids. But the fact of the matter is that I just couldn't stand having kids with you.
I don't even know what to say to that. It feels like the past several years of my life have been a lie. I mean, I would go to work thinking every day that I was providing for my loving wife. I worked so hard to save up enough money to buy us a nice house to live in. And for what?
Well, I want you to know that I really am so grateful for all that you've done for me and the two of us. You know, I mean, I know how hard you were working to provide for me, but I guess the thing about your job is that, well, it just doesn't really have a cool factor anymore. I mean, maybe being a TV producer was cool for a few decades ago, but not now.
What? What do you mean? What's wrong with the job that I do? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh, come on. Who even watches TV shows these days, you know? Everyone is too busy watching YouTube or influencers on other apps. You're just the last of a dying breed at this point, you know? It's actually kind of sad when you think about it.
I can't really say that I ever really considered things like that. But are you telling me that you felt this way about me this whole time?
It's not that I didn't also see what a sweet and caring man you are or anything like that. I had no reason or ever doubt your feelings about me once. But the fact of the matter is that I also need a man who I was going to look good standing next to. You're useful in a lot of ways, but the ones that I needed.
Wow. I just really don't even know how to respond to that at all. I mean, you just told me that I really don't understand anything. And now I think I might be starting to agree with you. I just had no idea that humans were capable of such deceit and depravity. Are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I finally figured out just who you were cheating on me with.
Don't tell me the reason you were out of the house all night is because you've been working hard trying to figure out who he is.
That's right. I was up all night at the library, trying to hunt down who it could have been. But I didn't come back home at all last night because I just didn't even want to see your face. I needed a clear head if I was going to be able to do this, and it all paid off in the end.
Oh, really? Well, I'm glad that you didn't come home because you might have just yelled at me and hit me for being upset.
I would never hit you or anyone, Catherine. I think you know this. But about the person you've been sleeping around with, it's my older brother, isn't it?
And just what makes you think that I've been sleeping with your brother this whole time?
Well, you said that you were sleeping around with someone that I knew very well. And as I was thinking about who it could be, I remembered that my skeevy brother always had trouble keeping his hands to himself. But I guess I just didn't want to even have to think that it might have been him who slept with my wife.
Wow, well, I guess that they should really start calling you Sherlock Holmes or something because you put that together really quickly.
I knew it. I can't believe that you would sleep with my own brother.
I don't know what to say. He's just such a charmer. You know, I remember how taken I was with him at the first time we met, and now I'm going to be his wife and have his kids.
But you first met my brother on the day of our wedding. Are you telling me this has been going on since then?
I mean, not from that day specifically, but in general, I suppose you could say that.
Well, now I might change my mind about not hitting him.
Lee, where is all of this aggression coming from? This really isn't like you at all. Do you know that?
Well, there you go. Your actions and words finally pushed me so far that I said I felt like hitting someone. But you know what? Fine. Be with my brother. I don't need you in my life anymore.
Sounds good to me. I'm going to spend the rest of my life happily married to Tom, and there's nothing you can do about it. Jeff, you have to help me. I can't get a hold of your brother at all. I feel like he's been ignoring me for a while now. No matter how many messages I send to him, he just won't respond. Do you know at all what could be happening? How about you try and talk to him for me?
You might be interested to know that I actually called my brother a few days ago to tell him about our divorce and that I wished him a happy life with you. But he was quite shocked at the idea of you two getting married. He admitted to the affair, but told me he thought you were just joking about getting married.
A joke? What? Is he serious?
No. In fact, what's even more curious is that Tom said that he always takes precautions to make sure that the women he sleeps with don't get pregnant. And yet, you did. So tell me that the kid that you're pregnant with right now isn't even my brother's kid.
You don't have any proof of that at all. How can you just accuse me of all these things? And since when do you trust your brother so much?
Oh, I don't trust him. But I do know that if he's one thing, it's a playboy. So I do believe that he would always carry around protection so as to not have later consequences pop up. And here you thought that you had found your dream man that was worth leaving me for. But now you're going to be left with nothing and no one except the child of whoever it is that you were sleeping with while you were seeing my brother and I. So to that I say, have a nice life. After that, I actually never ever saw or heard from Catherine again. Although I did hear some rumors about her later one. Apparently she decided to run away and raise her child all on her own. Another rumor said that she tried that for a bit before giving the child to her parents and running away again. Either way, after the truth came to light, my family stopped talking with my brother for what he had done to me. Although I couldn't track down Catherine, I decided to sue my brother for his affair and managed to win a decent payout. Obviously, I never wanted my life to go this way at all, but I'm just glad that it ended in such a way that I know who should and shouldn't have been in my life. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hello, Millie. It's been a while since we've spoken, hasn't it? Do you have a moment right now?
Oh, hi there, Mom. Yeah, I'm free right now. What can I do for you? Is everything all right?
I wanted to discuss my upcoming birthday with you. You remember a short while ago when I invited the whole family over to my house for dinner?
Yes, I remember. I'm pretty sure you said it was going to be this weekend. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. But there's been a change in plans. After giving it much thought, I've decided that I don't want you to come after all.
Oh, okay. So, dinner's off then? Got it. I'll be sure to let my husband and daughter know that we won't be going to your place after all.
What? No. You don't understand. Your husband and daughter are more than welcome to come by. You, however, are another story. I don't want you to come, is what I'm trying to say.
Ah, so you meant you in the singular, not you in the plural. I see.
You understand, don't you, Millie? A birthday is a special occasion. It's a time to celebrate with loved ones. And that's the problem. I don't love you at all. I rather hate you, actually.
Right, I am aware of that. Okay, I'll tell Mark and Hannah that I will not be coming then.
Please do. However, You are not to tell my son that I was the one who told you not to come. Such childish tattling is beneath even someone as low as you.
What?
Consider this your birthday present to me for this year. Well, Millie, will you be a good sport? Won't you let an old woman at the end of her life spend her own birthday in peace and happiness with the people she actually cares about?
I feel like you're underestimating your lifespan there, Mom. You're not that old.
Come now, Millie. Don't make this more pathetic than it has to be. Flattery will get you nowhere with me, least of all an invitation to my birthday party.
It wasn't intended to be flattery or even a compliment, but okay, I guess.
It's so unfortunate that things had to turn out like this between us, Millie. I wish we could have had a more positive relationship as mother and daughter-in-law. If only you had given me a grandson. If you had done that, then maybe I would be more inclined to accept you as a family member. But alas, all you ever managed to pop out was that girl. And whenever we meet, all you ever do is talk back to me. Aren't you embarrassed to be such a brat at your age?
If I may, I'd like to point out that you have never, ever made any effort towards building that positive relationship with me you claim to have wanted. You hated me from the very start. It didn't have anything to do with us having a daughter. Even before we got married, you were always criticizing my looks, my family, and so on and so forth. And unlike you, I really made an effort to build a positive relationship with you. But after years of trying, you never even budged a single inch, so I simply gave up.
Effort? Please, Millie, don't be ridiculous. You can't call anything you did effort. Sure, you're hideously ugly, but you could have tried to make up for that by being more obedient to me. Honestly, I have no idea what my son of mine sees in you. His father chose me for his wife, so he obviously has excellent taste in women. I wonder where that silly boy got his taste from.
For the record, your son Mark cares much more about my personality than my appearance.
Your personality, is it? You've been doing nothing but making smart-aleck remarks to your mother-in-law for this entire conversation. How is that personality worth marrying you for? Don't make me laugh. Dear God, I feel so sorry for that poor girl you gave birth to. I can only pray that Hannah doesn't turn out like you. It seems she has her father's looks, at any rate, so at least there's that. But if she inherits your horrendous personality, it will be all over for her. Her life will be full of nothing but disappointment and heartbreak.
Uh-huh. Well, if that's all you've got to say to me, my break is over soon and I need to be getting back to work.
What's that? Nothing to say for yourself this time. I see you finally admitted that I'm 100% correct about you. Go ahead and go back to your silly little part-time job cleaning toilets or whatever debasing thing it is that you do. Just remember that I don't want to see your face or even hear your name at all on my birthday. I'd sooner die the night before my birthday than have you ruin it for me.
Hi, Mom. I need to talk to you about my daughter.
Oh, what is it? I was just about to start getting things ready for dinner. Do make this as quick as possible if you wouldn't mind.
Trust me, I don't want to have to drag this out any longer than I have to. It's about the birthday party at your house from last weekend. You said quite possibly the worst thing I could imagine to my daughter.
Oh, I did, I'm sorry. Nothing's ringing any bells. I don't have the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me. You told Hannah that Mark isn't her dad. But you didn't stop there. You told her that I was cheating on Mark with another man and that man is her father. I am racking my brain to think of what possible reason you could have had for saying that to her. Do you have any idea how much pain you caused her? She didn't get over that for days. Why did you say that to her? Explain yourself.
Oh my goodness, no. She actually believed me? Well, that was nothing but a silly little joke.
Hannah is 3 years old, Mom. And not to mention, you also told her that she had to be sure to keep it a secret from everyone, because if anyone finds out, her mommy and daddy would get divorced. And she'd have to spend the rest of her life at an orphanage. So no, you're not gonna just play this off as a silly little joke, you sociopath. What is wrong with you? You should have heard the way she was crying and asking me, is daddy really not my daddy? Who is my real daddy? Why doesn't my real daddy live with us?
That's incredible. The little girl still believes that Mark isn't her father.
You are laughing? You severely traumatized a 3-year-old girl and you're laughing? This is no laughing matter. I set her straight and told her you were lying, but that damage isn't going to heal very easily. You need to apologize to Hannah, admit you were lying, and promise to never lie to her again. That's the bare minimum that you have a responsibility to do.
Don't be ridiculous. It was just a simple joke. I haven't done anything worth apologizing over. If anything, all of this is Hannah's fault.
What? How can you possibly blame Hannah for what you did?
On the night of my birthday party, that little brat had the gall to come to me and tell me to stop being mean to her mommy. You've been telling Hannah all sorts of vile lies about me, haven't you? Making me out to be the bad guy. Well, two can play at that game. I did nothing wrong.
I have never spoken ill of you in front of my daughter. Besides, it wouldn't take any prodding from me for her to want to tell you off about how you treat me. All she would need to do is watch how you act around me.
Unbelievable. You really see yourself as the victim here? Whatever. In any case, Hannah stuck her nose where it doesn't belong, and she's going to have to pay the price for that. I no longer wish to have anything to do with that little brat. Neither you nor her are ever welcome in my house again.
I've overlooked a lot from you over the years, but this is too much for me. You have crossed a line. I'm telling my husband about this and everything else I've held back up until now. You don't want to see me ever again? That is fine. But don't expect to see your son ever again either.
Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. Do what you wish, I don't care. Frankly, the very fact that Mark chose a woman like you makes me regret having given birth to him. Not to mention the fact that he has always prioritized you over me has been a thorn in my side for some time now.
So you're prepared to disown your own son because he prioritizes his wife over his mother?
Of course I am. I don't feel any compulsion to continue a relationship that has no benefit for me. If that boy wants to spend the rest of his days being a servant boy for an ugly harpy like yourself, so be it.
Well then, I take it you're not going to apologize to Hannah then?
Never. Weren't you paying attention? I have no need for you or that girl any longer. I won't be associating with the likes of you ever again. If you need money, I won't give you any. If you need advice, you can go see a shrink. I won't even send Hannah any presents on her birthday or Christmas.
I'm fine with that. Actually, that's the best possible result I could have hoped for.
I see you're fully intending to be a rotten little smart aleck to the very end. Feel free to tell that son of mine whatever you'd like. I'll be giving a full report to my husband as well. Wait until he hears what sort of awful things you've said to me today. He will not be pleased.
By all means, go ahead. Don't leave out a single detail.
Don't come crying to me when you're written out of my husband's will. You won't receive 1 single cent from us. I'd rather donate it all to some charity. I'll give you one last chance, Millie. Apologize to me. Immediately.
I don't need any of your money, and I have nothing to apologize for.
So, you've made your choice. Now you're going to have to live with the consequences. And when the consequences come, I won't have the smallest shred of pity for you. As a matter of fact, I'll be laughing my head off at your despair. Millie! Hannah came over to my house just a moment ago.
Really? Did she say anything to you?
It seems she wanted to get back at me for telling her that Mark wasn't her father at my birthday party. She was so angry, that stupid little girl. My daddy is so my daddy. She sounded so pathetic. I guess my worst fears came true. That poor girl really did inherit your awful personality.
I see.
And what's this about you getting a DNA test? You went to all that trouble over an innocent little joke? How embarrassing for you.
I told you how traumatic it was for her. I wanted to do whatever I possibly could to reassure her that her father was, in fact, her father. I was doubtful a child as young as she was would even understand the significance of a paternity test. But it looks like just knowing that we can prove it was enough for her to be at ease again.
Well, I'm terribly sorry to hear that.
Sorry? What do you mean?
I'm sorry to hear that Hannah actually is Mark's daughter. Imagine if that's what the results showed, and it would have been fantastic. That awful brat would have probably ripped her hair out. She'd be so sad. Not to mention you and Mark would have had a massive fight. You probably have even gotten divorced.
Yeah, about that. You got the parties mixed up a little bit, but all of that is going to happen in short order. In fact, my husband is crying right now.
What? What is he crying about?
He's crying because he just found out that your husband isn't his real father.
What? I don't understand.
That was the result of the paternity test he took. We didn't just test Mark and Hannah for paternity. We tested your husband and Mark for paternity as well.
Why? This doesn't make any sense. Why did my husband get a paternity test?
He was concerned about Hannah, so we've been communicating back and forth for a while now. When we told him that we were considering getting a paternity test done on Mark and Hannah, he said that he wanted to get one done too.
But he has no reason to suspect anything. Why would he want a paternity test? And the results said he wasn't the father. That must be a mistake. He must have gone through some third-rate paternity testing service.
Actually, they had the test done twice at 2 different companies. The results were the same for both tests. Apparently, your husband has been suspicious about you for a long time. The only reason he's held back for so long is because he wanted Mark to be his son. But the truth is that he had doubts.
This can't be.
Back before you were pregnant with Mark, your husband said he had seen you together with another man. Then when you told him you were pregnant a short time later, well, he put 2 and 2 together.
No. After all this time.
Then when he heard about what you had said to Hannah, that made him even more suspicious. I guess he got tired of not knowing the truth and wanted answers, for better or for worse.
Hold on a moment. He hasn't been home since yesterday morning. Does that have something to do with this? He told me that he was going to be going away for a while for work, but was that all a lie?
I'm afraid it was. He says that he can no longer live in the same house as the woman who betrayed his trust.
Is he with you right now? I'll be over there shortly. Tell him to wait right there.
Let me save you a trip. He isn't here.
All right, fine. Then tell me where he is.
I'm sorry, Mom, but I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because he explicitly told me that he doesn't want you to know. Don't worry, though. He did say that he'll be contacting you in the near future. You just have to wait until then.
In the near future? What is that supposed to mean?
Don't ask me. I guess he'll contact you when he's ready.
Please, Millie, I'm begging you. Tell me where my husband is. I need to see him and apologize.
Give it up, Mom. There's nothing you could say or do to me that would get me to tell you where he is. If you really want to know, then you have only one option. Contact him yourself and beg him to tell you.
This is terrible, Millie. What am I going to do? I was finally able to talk to my husband, but he says he wants to divorce me.
That's probably the least surprising development of the last few weeks.
This is all your fault. Every last bit of it. If you hadn't gone and done that stupid paternity test, none of this would have happened. If that old fool actually goes through with this and divorces me, you're going to have to take responsibility for it.
I'm sorry, what? Just how is any of this my fault? This all started when you told my daughter a vicious, cruel lie that Mark wasn't really her father.
I didn't expect she would actually believe me. It was just a joke. Families tell that sort of joke all the time. You know, siblings telling each other they were really adopted, that they found out by the side of the road, that sort of thing.
Yeah, no. What you said to my daughter was far, far beyond the acceptable range for a joke. You told my 3-year-old daughter that I had an affair and that she was my love child. And, as you should already be very aware, that caused untold amounts of emotional pain for her. But now you want to sit there and pretend like it's our fault when you finally start facing consequences? Get out of here. You're reaping what you've sown.
I'll apologize to Hannah. Is that what you want?
No thanks. There's no need for you to do that. Hannah has already been reassured that we are, in fact, her mother and father.
Please, Millie, I need your help. I need you to serve as a mediator between me, my son, and my husband. I keep trying to contact them, but neither of them return my messages or calls. First time I've spoken to my husband in days was when he came by the house this afternoon. But he barely even said a word to me the entire time. I admitted that I cheated on him, and I apologized to him, but he still won't forgive me.
I don't blame him. I'd have a hard time forgiving you for lying about the father of your child for all these years, too.
But that's all in the past. It's been years, decades. We have a wonderful relationship now. Isn't that what matters? I mean, he's the only father Mark has ever known. How can he even think about saying anything as ridiculous as, he's not my son? We've been married for 30 years now. What have we all been through together?
You're not in any position whatsoever to be demanding your husband simply move on right now. Also, let me correct you on one major mistake you just made. Your husband was very firm in saying that he will always think of Mark as his real son, even if there's no blood relationship between them. The two of them had a very long heart-to-heart discussion about that and many other issues.
But if they work things out between them, then why does he still want to divorce me? What's the issue?
What's the issue? Oh boy, Mom, where do I start? Don't forget, it was you who reminded your husband about the time when he suspected you of having an affair. The lie you told Hannah about me was actually the true story of your affair. But that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. Your husband has been absolutely sick and tired of dealing with all kinds of bad behavior from you over the years.
Bad behavior? What bad behavior?
How much time do you have? That's a long list. Well, for starters, there's the fact that you've been a cruel, overbearing mother-in-law to me since the day Mark and I got married. Then there's all the things you've done to your friends and neighbors. Remember the woman who you tried to sell one of your awful paintings to? When she turned you down, you started spreading rumors that she was addicted to gambling and deep in debt to a local loan shark. And finally, lest we forget, you told an evil lie to your own granddaughter that caused her incredible pain. That's why you're going to get divorced at 60, a decades-long string of inexcusably bad behavior toward everyone around you.
I'll change, I promise. I'll never do any of that stuff ever again. I promise not to hurt a soul for as long as I live.
It's not going to do you any good to have this conversation with me.
You don't understand. I need you to talk to those two for me. The only person I was able to get a word out of today was his lawyer. He's my own husband, and he's about to divorce me. But he wouldn't even look at his wife of 30 years. You're the only one I can turn to now. You have to tell them how I feel.
Tell me, Mom, when you were coming up with this grand plan to get me to forgive you and argue on your behalf to my husband and father-in-law, did you actually think it was going to work? Did you think I was just going to forget all of the horrible, heartless things you've said and done to me?
I told you, Millie. I'm sorry about all of that. I'm sorry about everything.
I don't believe that you're making a sincere apology, not for 1 second. Think about it. Why are you even messaging me like this right now? You're not trying to make things right with me. You're just trying to save your own skin. You're a selfish, heartless, soulless monster, and I never want to speak to you again.
Millie, please, don't say that. You don't mean it. I am being sincere. I've never been so sincere in my life. I'm sorry that I mocked you because your father died when you were young. I'm sorry that I insulted your appearance. I'm sorry that I added spices to your cooking when you weren't looking to make it taste bad.
Wait, that was you?
Yes, and I'm very sorry.
I understand.
You do? Then you forgive me?
No. I mean, I understand that you actually do feel somewhat sorry for what you've done. That doesn't mean I'm going to forgive you, though.
What? Why not? I apologize for everything. What more could you possibly want from me?
Don't you get it? I don't really want anything from you at all. All I want is for you to make a prompt exit from me and my family's lives. What was it that you told me a while ago? Something about when the consequences finally come, you won't have any pity for me? And that you'll actually be laughing your head off at my despair? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do to you right now.
I was only saying that out of anger. I didn't mean it.
Even if that's true, so what? That doesn't change the fact that you said it. You can't unsay what you've said.
Please, Millie, you've got to understand how truly, sincerely sorry I am. From now on, I'll treat you better than my daughter-in-law. I'll treat you like my own daughter. I'll never make a single more cruel joke at your expense ever again. So please, please, go to my husband and son and ask them to give me a second chance.
Yeah, that's not happening. You've hurt every single member of your family far too much for far too long. It's too late for forgiveness. You know, that reminds me of another thing you said to me. I don't feel any compulsion to continue a relationship that has no benefit for me. You do remember saying that, don't you? Well, guess what? A relationship with you has absolutely no benefit for me, and I'm putting an end to it. My husband's parents attempted to find some way to come to an amicable divorce, but there was nothing they could ever agree on, so they ended up going to court. In the end, however, my mother-in-law realized that she had no hope of winning anything close to a favorable judgment. So she finally agreed to settle and agree to an amicable divorce. I think what really drove the point home to her was seeing the firm, determined look on her husband's face in the courtroom. After the divorce, my mother-in-law was kicked out of their family's house and moved into an apartment. She managed to get a reasonable share of their assets, which should be able to finance her lifestyle for a while. But unless she either gets a job or gets remarried, I don't think she's going to be able to make ends meet for very long. I'd say she's in for a pretty rough road ahead of her. Plus, she also has to take into account the fact that she's not too far away from hitting an age when she won't be able to fend for herself anymore. Unfortunately for her, with both her husband and son cutting her out of their lives, she doesn't have anyone else that she can rely on. Honestly, it's not even about the money, in my opinion. The sheer loneliness is what's going to be the worst for her. I'll bet she's going to come to regret her course in life up until now pretty soon. Don't get me wrong, though, I don't feel an ounce of pity for her. She's made her bed, so now she can lie in it. The only way she'll ever be able to change is if she faces the consequences for what she's done full on. As for my husband and father-in-law, I was worried about how things might turn out between them now that they know the truth. But actually, they spend even more time together now than they ever did before. Not that they had a bad relationship beforehand or anything. Rather, the deep bonds they already had became even stronger. I'm very optimistic about our family's new start.